Hey Apartment Therapy, I'm Imani of Imani at Home. This is my 2-bedroom apartment in Washington, D.C. Come on in. I've lived in this apartment for almost a year and a half. I absolutely love it. It's just me and my dog, Salazar Slytherin II. I say that he lives here, but mostly this is his house. I just pay all the bills, do all the DIY projects, and control everything, but this is really his home. So when I first toured this apartment, I thought it was kind of ugly. It had gray walls, white trim, and just no real personality. But when I looked past all of the ugliness that was there, it had really good hardwood floors. I liked the intricate details on the trim, natural light. So I was like, okay, this is a space that I can definitely make work for me. I wanted it to be comfortable so I could host my friends. I wanted it to be good for the dog. I didn't want anything too delicate. Most importantly, I just wanted a space that felt like me. I don't feel like as a renter, I'm limited in what things that I can do in an apartment. As long as you have a good relationship with your landlord and you follow the proper protocols, I think anybody, whether you're renting or owning, you can make an apartment your own. I physically built this thing by myself, but I wouldn't have been able to do this without the creator friends that I have. People like Keal at Simply Homemade talked me through this project for hours on the phone. As you get more into doing DIY projects, you realize that there is such a large community of people around you who want to help or want to inspire you or want to send you a link to their friend doing something else or want to share with you a product that they've used. And I definitely recommend just taking advantage of all of the things that are out there. I'm the type of person, there's no limit to where I will go in order to find something beautiful. So when I went on a trip to Copenhagen, I met a man who owned a warehouse of vintage furniture and light fixtures, and I ended up coming back with 3 light fixtures. I sent all 3 of these lights to a professional electrician so that he could rewire them and set them up with the proper canopy so that they could be installed in the States. I added a brass rod to the one in the kitchen so that it would hang perfectly at the perfect height. I bought 5 light fixtures back from Copenhagen. I got all of them for under $600. Given that the light fixture in my bedroom cost me $400, that's a deal. That's a deal. Actually, it's not even a deal. It's a steal. This is my kitchen. It doesn't look like your traditional rental kitchen, and that is because I did a full gut renovation in here with the permission of my landlord. Basically, what happened is that I live in an old building. Old buildings sometimes have mice, and the mice decided to try to make a home in my apartment, and that was a big no-no for me. So I reached out to my landlord through some creative negotiations. We came up with a plan where they would pay for a portion of the kitchen remodel and I would do a good portion of the work so that I could end up with the kitchen that I wanted. The cabinets are IKEA, the countertops are IKEA, and this was just a really easy way for a person who has never really had experience putting together a whole kitchen to do that kind of project on a serious budget. I think in total, the whole project for the kitchen cabinets themselves came to like under $3,000 with, adding on the stove and the dishwasher and the microwave and the refrigerator. It was probably a couple more $1,000, but in total, I think it was totally worth it and it looks so beautiful. The red color is a bit startling for a lot of people, but I think that red kitchens are really good looking. I think red is a beautiful color, and I don't think enough people are putting it in their homes. And it's probably because they're afraid of it. It's very bright. I don't know. It kind of fills my personality. I'm a person who likes to stand out, hence the red lip. So I had to have a kitchen that also stands out. Something fun that I did in the kitchen as well is instead of leaving the inside of these cabinets just a plain white, I actually used the wallpaper from my collection with Auto Studio. Check it out. This pattern is called India's Knit. It is in the color green. I installed it all along the inside of these cabinets as well as the shelves. If the outside of the cabinets were going to be special, the inside of the cabinets had to be special too. Somewhere in the history of this 100-year-old building, they took down the wall and made it one space, which I like because it's bigger, but also it has the problem of being longer than it is wide. So it's just sort of an awkward shape. So I actually got a round table, and the table that I got is only 29 inches. It's a little too small for what I really needed. So I got a 36-inch glass to go on top so that it would extend the size of the table, but allow me to keep this base that I found on Facebook Marketplace for like 75 bucks. I'm a huge fan of a at-home cocktail. I'm also a huge fan of vintage glassware. And so I naturally had to have a china cabinet. I inherited this from my grandma. It is just such an adorable and cute way to keep all of the beautiful things that I love and enjoy, like my favorite gin. I did not intend to put a chandelier this elaborate in this apartment, but I was doing some vintage shopping at the Opportunity Shop in Georgetown, and I saw this light fixture and I was like, ooh, that's cute. And I made a video just about the experience of shopping there. And then a couple of weeks later, when I was like trying to figure out what light fixture I wanted to put in here, I was just going through old footage and I was like, oh, that light would be good. For me personally, I'm not a person who's gonna hide their laundry basket because therefore I'm not gonna use it. So I prefer to just have a beautiful basket that I can leave out. I think this is just a great hack if you need something in your house that's functional, but you also don't have a place to hide it. Just make it functional and beautiful. This is a basket that I picked up from a small business called Elephant Grass, and it is handmade. I absolutely love it. I have another one of these, a smaller one, on my kitchen table. I love this basket. It's super sturdy, and I am not a delicate person with my stuff. I carry this thing up a 3-flight walk up once a week to wash my clothes, and when I'm not using it, I pop it in the corner. Okay, so let's go into my office. It's very pretty. What you'll notice is that she's pink. This color is called Frosty Berry. It's by Valspar. I work from home all of the time, so I wanted the home office to be a space where I desired to go into every day to do my job. I feel like when you come at a project with the mindset of you're trying to learn something and not that you're trying to create something, it really opens you up to more possibilities and more opportunities to learn. I've been a DIY content creator for going on 5 years, and I feel like my first projects were me just installing some shelves or changing hardware or doing stain projects with my first IKEA bed. And now I'm taking on like larger full room renovations, building incredible things like this, renovating a kitchen. And I'm just really proud of the growth that I've had. I am really proud of the lessons that I've learned, the failures that I've had, because I'm never afraid to be seen trying, and I'm never afraid to fail, because if I do something wrong, I can simply buy more wood and do it again. I can try again. I can drill another hole. I can patch it and do it over again. And when I look around my house, I don't see crazy projects. I don't see, thousands of dollars spent. I see my hard work displayed on a wall. I see time. I see my family. I see my friends. I see myself.